talking a little bit about worm guard entries. Most of this stuff comes from Keenan Cornelius, and it's just been developed like as offshoots of things that he's done. But it's really effective, and knowing it is super helpful. So first is entering into the worm guard. And there's a lot of different things that you can do, but we're just going to go over different ways. Like if you're starting from standing, if I'm going against somebody that's a really good wrestler or judo player, it may not be in my best interest to try to play that game. You know, we might be closer in that than other areas where he might have the advantage. So I'll set up like all my grips, and oftentimes his hand will just come in to swipe to open it up, right? This is just an easy principle. There's all sorts of other ways you can take coming up, come down, pull it out. Okay? But the key is, throughout all this, I'm opening it up and I grab the grip here. Okay? From here, you can enter into like a regular guard pull as you would in any other fashion. You can step out to the side, glue yourself to him, and come down and pull pull yourself into one of your favorite guards. Okay? You can come down even when you're here and keep you sort of in between, like in this intermediate position. So as he tries to go to either side, you can sort of follow him around. You can start to come, play like under to force here, put your foot into the intermediate positions here, switch grips, kick to off balance, and play different things, right? But the key is, once you've opened it up, you can now enter into your different guards. And from here, we're gonna just go through some of the open guards that you could be familiar with anyway, with a lapel grip. Okay, so we'll start with like our basic spider guard. And whenever you have any type of guard, you wanna be pulling and pushing, any type of open guard at least, like in a fashion so that he's tight at all times. Like you're the frame of the tent, and he's the tent that you're pulling around it. Okay, so I'm pulling in with the lapel, and I'm keeping him taut with my leg pressure out. Okay, so we can start from the spider guard, and from here you can see how it'd be very easy to transition into, right, you can experiment with this, like have the person walk around. You should be able to control, bring yourself under, shoot around, get the angle, come behind if I need to. Okay, and then you can transition from your open lapel guard into any of the basic worm guard entries, where this releases from the spider grip, uses as a pendulum to swing myself up. Okay. So from here, swings myself up, switch hands, fall over, and I enter into the basic worm guard. Okay, my knee is above his knee, my foot is trapped in what Keenan refers to as that wormhole, and I'm ready to do my sweeps or back kick. So again, we have this spider guard playing around. At any time I chose when he's off balance, I release, swing up, switch my grip, and fall into the worm guard. Okay, so there's going to be a few different positions you can play around with this. Obviously you have your spider hook. He starts to bring my leg down to defend. I switch to a lasso, but I still have a lapel, and I can do the same thing at any time. I can release, push, pendulum up, sorry. I can release my leg, pendulum up, swing, and fall into a loop. I can do the same thing. Once he starts to break my lasso, he starts to bring his knee in and swing it out. Switch to a De La Hiva. I can play the lapel De La Hiva. Same thing, keep control, and at the right time, I extend, I release, and you guessed it, I'm back to my basic worm position. You can do this here, excuse me. Go down to the De La Hiva is not working. You go for my sit-up guard. Obviously, sit-up guard is automatically into the worm. But say he switches into the reverse De La Hiva. So he starts to cross. I simply pass it from here. Now, I grab under here, and I'm in what you would call reverse De La worm. Okay? Again, I can keep this grip. Come back here,
by all of my different attacks from here.
So the key is you're familiarizing yourselves with, you can also have single leg X. You're familiarizing yourself, from here, you take it out, come up, switch over here, come up, I'm gonna need to escape here, so I come here. Shin to shin, I can either form over me or escape. So the first thing, the focus, is to learn how to enter into the worm guard, which honestly is the hardest part. Once you secure the grips, it's pretty much game over. At least you have many attacks that the person has limited defense for.